Good morning, Franz. Puma's streaking. 10 stream streak. She wants to sleep, but instead she streak. Puma go fast, like Sonic. This is the result of yesterday's painting. I did some cleanup last night, really late. Finished up the water, blended in some of the clouds. There's a little spot in the clouds that I need to fix, but it's supposed to be... Yeah, quick painting. Cora has redeemed hydrate. Thank you, Cora. I appreciate the hydration. I saw Neff's name in the viewers earlier, so I'm going to take my meds. Because Neff's presence reminds us it's med time. Neff, thank you for being here every day. He's probably having a shower. I see 9 as well. Cora, thank you. Don't die. I'll try not to choke and die on my coffee. But yeah, this one turned out alright. Actually turned out really good. That little tiny outcropping of rocks in the middle that sort of blended in the background, I haven't quite got it right. Let's see, this is one of 2 spots in the painting that I want to fix. Won't finish that one, so we're gonna go to this one. If I can find my pen. I cleaned stuff up. Found my pen. So let's find a color first of all. Guess I'll bring the color wheel out for you guys. Actually, maybe it would be better to do it. Okay. I'm trying to see to... Can I have the color wheel out here, please? Thank you. There it is. Wow. You know what? Let's do this instead. Here is the art window. I want to be able to allow people to see more of what I'm doing. So that people know, people have a better idea. Just for today, we'll set it up like this. Just for today. So that people can see the whole screen. And people can see the little thumbnail develop in the corner. People can see how I choose colors, what brush that I'm using. Sorry for the guys on mobile. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Try to maximize this as much as possible. That's just gonna have to do. And I think we're gonna go into the blues. But we're staying very much in the grays. Good morning, Marnie. How you doing? I've reshaped my window a bit so people can see how I choose and place colors. That's better. Let's move a little bit further over into the reds. A little bit up there. You're doing okay? Well, okay is better than bad. I hope you're recovering well. Good morning, Cookie. Cora is either upset or trying to scare someone. Need more saturation here. That's better. I've been struck. Why have you done this? It's so horrible. Negamatsu, thank you for the hydrate, and there's the first. Hi, Roman. You've been struck by, you've been hit by trap. You've been stuck by a smooth criminal, oh baby. Little Freudian slip there. Oh no, this is way lower. Just scribbling shapes and trying to get them kind of rightish. Here is my voice. It's just blobs. Blobs. More blobs. I want to know where this is. I want to live there. Although, With mountains like that, I would be concerned living here, because, like, if a landslide happens, it's... Yep. First thing in the morning, already lewd. I know I'm not the most saucy QB. We have fun sometimes. Okay, we got some blobs. Let's pretend this road is in the right spot too. And this little building. Little bits. And then there's a roof here for this other building. It's way too big. That's alright. Alright, let's go shove these mountains in here. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit for this. I don't quite have it right. There we go. Necromancer, thank you for the gift of sub to Marinite.
Necromancer Dark is hosting a guest. Welcome Marinite to the island.
Why does that sound so quiet to me? Was that announcement really quiet? Or was that a good volume for you guys? Because it sounded super quiet to me. Marinite, welcome back to Necrocon. The convention that keeps going, even if you're dead. If you pass, you become staff. Alright, and then I'm going to lighten this a little bit. Almost pure white right here. It's like a waterfall of light. The fact that this is an actual photo is bonkers. I hope this is a real photo. I'm gonna grab this color, lighten it up quite a bit. Way too much saturation. Do I have this color right? Not quite. That means I have this color right. Not dark enough, not gray enough. There we go. We're just gonna fill this in. Add details in a bit. Take your meds? Yeah, I took my meds. Thank you, Neff, for the med reminder. Thank you for the hydrate. Here we go. Yes, Neff, take your arms and we stretch. Thank you for the stretch and the med reminder. Alright. Now we switch to our favorite brush. Here we go. The blending begins. I don't quite have the right color up in here yet. It's not right yet. Sorry for the people on mobile. I know it. I know it's probably really tiny for you. I work really zoomed out at first. bit of the peach tone in here. Whenever I do these, I always find colors in places I wouldn't expect. Like how much of this sort of pale peach I'm finding here. There's actually a little bit of purple. A little bit of purple right in here. Cookie is streaking! 15 stream streak. It's so easy to build streaks while working on lurking. Apparently this is called working. Working? Working. Cookie, thank you for sharing your time with us here each and every single day. You could spend your time anywhere else, but you choose to spend it here. Even if you are working, this is what it's for. It's a co-working stream. I get more work done art-wise streaming with you guys than I do at any other time. So this helps keep me accountable too. All of these peach tones hiding up in here. This dark spot should be more over here. No? Those mountains are way too high. We'll do that. Much blending. You really start to see the colors strongly once you start paying attention to it. Work, work, lurk, lurk. I like the art and the quiet chatter to keep things from getting lonely and working from home. Gives a lovely sense of human contact, even when it's not direct. Yeah. I feel like people became more lonely during the pandemic, which is obvious. And you actually have to actively seek out human contact. This is why I started LARPing. Because otherwise I would just hide at home all the time. Just, I want to be less lonely. Yeah, I think... Yeah, the colors that I'm using in here are pretty close. Surprisingly, a fair bit of purple down here. Like, it's not even... Well, it's blue, but it's blue blue. But it comes across as purple because you've got the yellows and stuff up here. And then the more yellows and greens in the bottom. Start seeing a lot of... I bet you this is like a turquoise. Approaching aqua. You just click around and you see in the color wheel where things are blue versus moving towards aqua, turquoise, and here, really blue, and then you'll have something in the yellow ranges right there. What I love most is seeing something come to life off the canvas. One day I'll be able to do this without a reference. And then I'll be able to paint what's in my head. Definitely have the colors wrong up in here. What are we looking at? Look at that. Magenta. I wouldn't have thought that. And then pink. Straight up in the reds. You take the better half to another doctor's appointment. Be bang bit. Don't cause any trouble, you kids. Alright. Enjoy your nap in the shade, Necromancer. Dress carefully. Just go straight into the pinks over here. Up here, it's definitely, yeah, yellows, but we want to be further into the pinks down here. And what, we had some straight up magenta right here. And we were back into near straight blue, just a little above that. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna deepen this gorge right here. Because it's wrong. Color right here. And I think it's this one. Oh. was thinking of doing some writing today, like co-working writing. I always feel like I have to be, like, speaking and entertaining you guys, but at the same time, I'm like, but if they're here for co-working, am I just being distracting? I don't know what I'm doing. I hope Rabbit comes back, that new person from yesterday that arrived right at the end of stream. So that they get to see the process. I genuinely felt bad that I was ending stream right as they joined us. I was like, oh no. No. The new potential front. Why? What have we got going on in here? Really have to learn to be more liberal with my light. Yes.
I'm going to make some coffee for your mother and myself. Do you want some coffee too?
As long as you don't make it too strong.
Oh,
Well,
I can't guarantee that. I'll just
no,
make it
it's
the
fine.
normal way.
Just.
There's no tea.
Oh, we're out of tea again?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like some question mark tea? I don't know where I put it. I had some more.
Some what?
I had some other kinds of tea. But,
Oh. Okay.
I'll find them for later.
Oh. And here I'll try to obscure it slowly with clothes and various bits and pieces. It's going to be difficult for you to cool your room if you need.
That was my dad. I guess this is like a pink. Oh, no. It's weird that I see that as pink. Why? Straight up blue. Fascinating. I bet it's because of all the yellows down here. Color was I using before? Oh, the turquoise. So it will never fail to amaze me how much a subtle shift in hue will change everything. Well, scrape in some colors here. See, like now it looks purple. There's snow on these mountains. There's like this really dark spot here. What's that? It's turquoise. It looks really dark, but it's actually really not that dark. So definitely gray. Yeah. nachos! Thank you for the hydrate. I heard you were doing a really long stream. How did that go? Thanks for coming by. No, you got ads? Ah! I'm sorry. Let me know when you're back. That's what I thought. Let me know when you're back, nachos. I like this color actually. Come up from here. This little tiny house right in here. Out of ad jail, welcome back. Sorry about the ads, there's not much I can do about that. How are you today? I heard you were doing a long stream. What were you doing? How did that go? We're doing speed paint practices, obviously. This was yesterday's. It's alright. How have you been? I've been good. I've been good. Haven't been on Vintage Story in a while. Because, everybody else stopped showing up. It's the problem with these games, is people stop showing up and then no one's there. Just trying to get this little bit of a house painted in here. Did a 24-hour stream, it lasted 22 hours. Kept falling asleep in my chair around 9. Oof. Yeah, I don't wanna... I'm too old for that shit. Straight up too old for that. Maybe if I were still in my 20s, I would do something like that, but these crazy... like, subathons and stuff, I'd rather not destroy my body. I've reached old person stage. There's too much green in this green. I need to go in the yellows. Nothing wrong with it? Yeah. I just have to be careful to make sure I don't become one of those curmudgeon old people. I just did it to see if I could do it and to try and raise some money towards a PC. I wanted my Throne wish list because my current PC is 10 years old. Yeah, good luck with affording the RAM prices. But £70 so far is pretty good. For a small streamer, that's pretty good. Not that I'm a big streamer or anything. You probably have more viewers than 91 average. But we're still small. Small beans. And with the way the world is right now, everything being unaffordable. My music stopped. How dare. Hit the loop button. We loop. Loops, brother. I average more than you, are you sure? Alright, let's try and get this little area in here sorted out. Not bright enough. Too bright. Not gray enough. And probably not blue enough. You can tell there's some kind of mist or fog right here. Because we have more light scattering here where it's kind of a pinky tone, which is magenta, purple. And then it goes to this bright blue-white. Good morning, Ross. Just Nat, Ross. You're good. Last night I averaged 5, and then this morning I hit average 6. I average 3 or 4 when I stream normally. It varies a lot for me. Like, some days I'll average 5, and then some days I'll average 8. It depends on people talking too. You gotta keep people engaged in chat. But I always feel like it's kind of weird to do that. But then again, I still think it's weird that people come to listen to me natter at them all day while I paint. And by all day, I mean for 3 hours. Alright. No, I want this color. Posture check. There's Meow Meow trying to come in there and eat that shrimp. Everybody on Shrimp Thine Spines. Give yourself a little wave back and forth like seaweed in the ocean currents. There's a little bit of a hard wave there. Just to wake y'all up. We still haven't gotten the mountains quite right. But that's alright. We'll get there in the end. I'm gonna bring more of this color down here. I think this one, yeah. So we've moved from the turquoise into a deeper blue. Darker. And we'll grab this and I'll just whoop. Raise my hand at you. Many of those missed to take your meds today? Yes, we took our meds. And if you don't eat, I'll come to your house and make you eat. I don't know where you live, but I'll find out. Meds, bah, who needs them? I do. I get very sad beans if I don't. You don't want a sad beans, QB. They're just sad and miserable, and it's no fun. I love how much this has come to life. I love my refrigerator. Sorry. The way I say I love something like that, it just reminds me of that dude all the time. Lives rent free in my head. Yeah, kind of. More blue in here. And from a few blobs on a canvas to this, it's still. Let's put these little bits up here. Little fiddly clouds hanging out. I think that'll help add to the completeness of it. We're still in the wrong tones here. I think we have to be more blue. Yeah. Too gray. Let's pull out the airbrush again. I'm going to hue. Hello. You should be working. Okay, fine. Saturation of that again. Let's pull back a little bit. Too much saturation there. Oops, wrong brush. Nachos redeemed a Streech. Okay. Something went snap, crackle, pop in my neck.
It's just ever so slight halo around these mountains. Ugh, I love it. I know I get like this every time I do a painting. But I really do love it. It's like when you get the perfect paragraph down in your writing. You're just like, this came from nothing. At some point, this was just blank. And I created this. So I'll never understand the AI bros and eternally feel sorry for them, because they'll never know the true joy of real creation of something. They think they created it, but they know they're lying to themselves. And they will never have that real satisfaction of truly creating something with your own two hands. All they care about is iterating to get to a finished product. Still gets me how some people try to argue in favor of AI art programs. Like, think about the disabled, to which someone who's disabled, I'm saying. Listen, as kind of way as I can put it. Yeah, look, there are people without arms or legs who are absolutely phenomenal painters. They use their fucking mouth. They're pretty fucking disabled. And they don't need AI either. So the people who are like, I'm disabled, I can't do this. Yes, you can. You're just not trying hard enough. I'm sorry, but, like, you're an insult to the guy with no arms and legs who's a better painter than I am. Yeah, don't speak on our behalf. You're not disabled, you're just lazy. And when you disagree with them, they call you ableist. And then people get a knee-jerk reaction to them saying that about you, and then it's defamatory because you're not ableist. I have ADHD, major depression, which is a permanent condition, and minor dyslexia. And I've been able to write over 1 million words in my project. Just one of my projects. I'm able to sit here and stream every day for a good 3 hours. And I've been able to do it over a year. Marinite, yep, also disabled and doesn't need to use AI. She's also a very good artist, and she actually went to school for what was it, pre-animation, I think? Like, I would never have been able to complete that program. I just don't have the focus for it. I would love to be able to animate, but, like, there's no way in fuck I'm ever gonna animate anything. I already have too many hobbies. I want to get into carpentry. But my body is disabled. Like, yeah. My knees are destroyed. I was diagnosed with arthritis when I was 3. I'm obese. The only reason I use AI is purely for the fact that I don't have the money to pay for the art I want. Heck, I'd love to learn, but I have zero clue on where to start. But even then, it's stupidly rare I use AI. I wouldn't even go with the I can't afford the art, because that just proves that you shouldn't be using AI in the first place, Nachos. If you can't afford the art, then ask a friend who might be willing to help you. And if you have the money later and you really want to pay them, then pay them. But all you gotta do is ask. Just be like, hey, I don't want to use AI, but I can't actually afford anything, and I just need something as like a placeholder. See, the way I see art is a luxury. You know, if you can't afford it, don't have it. Anyways, between how my family tries to get me to do things regardless of the problems I have, which has its pros, but also its cons, because they have limits to what I can do by themselves. And how that is like, I don't have the words to express it correctly right now. Concise. Very. If you can't afford art, then don't use AI to generate it. It's like Necromancer used to give me AI pictures for references. Don't even do that. Describe it as best as you can and find photo references that exist. But I don't like it when people generate anything, because the more you use AI, the more they're gonna want to build it. Don't use it for anything. I've been in denial of my disability to the point, and even though I'm self-aware of my issues and trying to actively address them, yeah. Well, it's also like, they're the people who know that they have a problem, and they don't want to, welcome back, Nachos. There's the people who have a disability, they know they have a disability, but they don't want to use it as a crutch. So they just pretend like they don't have it, but then they fail to address the root of the problem in some way or another, whether it's with coping mechanisms or medication or therapy or whatever they need. They try to push through it, and it only makes the problem worse. There is that too. You can actively harm yourself by not seeking the help that you need. But yeah, don't generate anything. Stop using AI straight up, whether it's rare or not. Because everything is being enshittified, and the more people that use AI, the more they're going to enshittify everything. If you need a piece of art as like a placeholder, go to one of your art friends and be like, hey, I can't afford this, but I was wondering if you could like sketch this out for me. Or, you know, do me a favor and help me out. Because you have friends nachos. You might not get like a masterwork or something, but you can ask your friends for help. You can go to Reddit and be like, hey, I can't afford this and I don't want to generate something for AI and I need this as like a temporary thing. You know, can someone help me out? Or, you know, social media or something. But I would ask your friends first, because the internet might, like, rip into you and be like, oh, you should just save up for it. But it's like, I know you don't have a lot, and you're saving for a PC so that you can improve your stream quality, and the job market is shit. I know how shit the job market is, because I've been looking for a job for 20 fucking years. And no one will hire me. There was a clothing store once, they're like, oh, well, yeah, we can hire you, but you still have to, like, buy our stuff and wear it. And I'm like, I don't fit into anything in your store. And they're like, yeah, that's the problem. I hate it when the clothing companies are like, oh, our employees have to wear our clothes. It's like, excuse me, I don't fit into your clothes. And so then that's their thing for, like, we don't hire fat people. But they can't be charged with discrimination because it's part of the work requirement that you have to wear their product. And you have to keep up with the seasonal thing too. So you have to spend the money that they pay you minimum wage for to buy their overpriced garbage from slave labor factories overseas that lasts no more than a year if you take a really good care of it. And I hate that. This is why I want to work for Costco, because they actually take care of their employees and they don't force you to buy their stuff. If you don't want to buy Costco stuff, then don't. Pro AA people, best are misguided. At worst, they know what they're doing and don't care. Yeah. The only place, there's two places where I think AI is okay. And that is in assistive diagnosis in medicine and scientific calculations. These are the only two places where we should be using AI. At first, I was like, it's okay as like an iterative design tool. But then I started learning more about how bad it was for the environment and how awful it was for all the people who lived around the data centers. And I immediately cut that shit. And I was like, no, this is not good for anybody. The only place AI should be used is in science and medicine. And it shouldn't replace a human, ever. It's a tool. It's an assistive tool. It's raining hard and getting ready to flood, and my cats are disregarding hunger to body block me from getting up. Just keep an eye out, okay? Don't get caught in any floods. Make sure you're safe, because I know places have been having problems. Yeah, the roads flood around here often enough that I know what to be careful of. Okay. As long as you're safe. And this color. We got a few good choices around here. Everything's about in the range that I thought it was. However, I need to grab this color. It's getting on in the day. I have to do some stuff. Hopefully see y'all later. Hi, Marnie. See ya. Have a good day. I can't approve AI use. My mom uses it for asking questions and answers to things. Ugh. If I were to try and explain how it's not a good thing, she'd find some BS to rationalize using it. Tell her that, tell her to ask it a question that she knows the answer to. Like, how many X's are in 17? See what answer she gets. If it's one of those, like, AI companion things. I love that one where the guy's like, I have a spelling test coming up and I need to know how many, like, X's are in 17. And it's like, oh, there are, in fact, like, 5 X's in 17. And it's, like, so confident about it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's not, AI is not designed to give you the correct answer. It's designed to please you. And... oh. We're getting closer. There's actually kind of cliff that comes this way. And then, right here, there's a cheeky little bit of sun. Right in there. And this cliff, in fact, comes down a little bit more and then actually dips in. Hey Leopard, how you doing? It's good to see you again. Welcome back. I'm doing pretty good. How have you been? We're doing another practice paint today. This is what we did yesterday. I was looking through my image archive for a reference to finish the wood. I have a wood carving photo somewhere, and it was like the perfect colors, and it would have been a perfect reference. And I couldn't find it, but I found these pictures while rummaging through my image archive. And I was like, we're painting these. This is what we've been doing. Finally gonna go eat something. Thank you, Ross. Stop boosting my ego. It might go to my head. May look like a blobby, formless mass right now. But eventually, it'll be just like the other one. Kinda sorta awesome. Alright, we need to brighten this color way up. Put in some mist in here. Everything right smack in the middle is just a mess. I mean, all of it's still a mess. You don't, we haven't done yet? We haven't done a flip. Just do a reset on our brain. Helps me to see problem areas. Thank you for the hydrate, leopard. Another hydrate. Thank you. Actually kind of getting through my coffee. How are you doing, Fround? Let's go over here and start adding some of our highlighted trees. There's this little guy who lives right in here. Another hydrate! I'm gonna run out of stuff to drink! What is this? Why are you doing this? Pretty weird about the hydrates is Death Seance job, though he's not here today, it seems. always worry when a regular goes missing. Fantasies hardly around anymore. Beth's been quiet a couple of days. I hope they're alright. I know Fantasy's been doing some IRL stuff with friends, which is good. That girl needs to get out a little bit more. Make new friends in real life. It's always good to have real life friends. I have to go to Germany to see most of my friends. Let's grab this color. Put this little house in here. Why you strike me with so many cans? God, it's like getting hit with a large pallet. My coffee's gone. All I have is a soda left. There. Hydrate complete. So making sure I don't dehydrate over here. God, what a beautiful place this is, though. If you run out of stuff to drink, then drink the waterfall. There's no waterfall here. Those are clouds. And sunbeams. It's gorgeous, though, isn't it? Drink the clouds. They're technically water, yes. It's funny because I think I might actually be dehydrated. When I was little, I got a rock swept into my eye on a windy day, and it caused some scar tissue on my eyeball. And when I get dehydrated, my my eyelid rubs against it and becomes irritated. Actually, I think the scar tissue is on my eyelid, and when it rubs against my eyeball when I blink, it becomes irritated. And it gets really, really itchy. And if I rub it, it gets worse because I'm causing it to inflame. And I'm starting to have that itch in my eye. It's driving me crazy. And I think it's a combination of all of the smoke particles in the air from the wildfires, along with personal dehydration. Let's see what the weather is saying about our smoke. We have a heat warning and a smoke warning. And I think it's weird because, like, I'm looking at the heat. We're at 61% humidity, so it's like halfway between humid and moderate. And the heat warning, it's kind of weird because the high today is only 32 Celsius. But, I'm seeing icons that I've never seen before. Worst air quality in the world sits over Ontario Wednesday. So let's show you what I'm seeing without doxing myself. This is what I'm getting today. Luckily, we had our air conditioner installed on Monday. Our new one, because our old one broke after 21 years. And we've got a new top-of-the-line, super efficient thing. And I think that's the only reason I can actually stream today, because otherwise I probably wouldn't be able to breathe outside. Like, it's 34. Ugh. Yeah, this temperature is actually low, but for some reason they've put out a heat warning. Like, for this time of year, this 32 degrees is low. I don't know why they've put out a heat warning. Maximum temperatures of 29 to 33. Humidex values of 38 to 42. Maybe that's why. Widespread wildfire smoke as well may limit daytime heating, leading to cooler temperatures than expected. Okay, so the smoke is actually helping cool things because there's so much particulate in the air. The storm is incoming in 40 minutes. Where are you located? Like, roughly. Because Puma said that she's getting storms. I got hiccups now. I need to stop looking at this one for today. I should also actually save this file. I had not saved this file. North gets storms / tornadoes, and south gets fire. Oh, Italy. Wow. Well, it's no wonder you understood Celsius. I thought tornadoes in Europe were kind of rare. I mean, most of northern Canada is on fire right now. Should take a look at the wildfire map. I think Ness shared that to News or Science or something. Or was it General? Did he share it in General? Yeah, he did. This is what Canada looks like right now. It's the fire and smoke map. We have the second most EF5s in the world so far, I think. Wow. Yeah, this is what Canada looks like right now. The places where you see one fire icon is where there's a fire. The places where you see numbers is where there's multiple fires. This area of Ontario is kind of fucked. And then, of course, out by Minneapolis in the US is also kind of fucked. All this zone is basically a marsh. It's a giant marsh. Around here is where I wanted to build LARP Town. So that's on fire, but that's pretty normal. Australia 2020 Part 2 Canada Edition? Yeah. This is, I wouldn't say this is normal, but Canada does get a lot of forest fires. And as the world heats up, it's gonna get worse. And then, of course, like, if that brush doesn't have time to grow back before the next fire, it's eventually gonna scrub the land clean. And, well, those parts are in midsummer right now, where the freezing parts are. So, if I go up here again and just create a new layer, pretty much everything past here basically gets midnight sun. And even here, we're like, you know, it's basically like 3 hours of night at most. So I'd say here they maybe have an hour or two of night at this range. Up here, the Arctic Circle is where you're getting midnight sun. Fires up here are not good, because that's the permafrost layer burning. You don't want that, because that's where a lot of like CO2 is sequestered. So stuff burning up here is very bad. Stuff burning down here is pretty normal. Stuff burning here is pretty normal. Fires in this region are very common because it's just forest. It's shield material. Like, this is all shield. But it's when your permafrost starts lighting on fire and releasing all those, like, CO2 pockets that have been sequestered for hundreds of millions of years. That's when you start getting worried. Is Argentina on fire too? I mean, that's also pretty normal. Oh, they're just chilling? Oh, okay. Well, at least they're not on fire. They have cool weather. I need to stop looking at this picture for the day. So we're gonna look at this one for a little while. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna put my window back to normal. Is that what I want to do? I need to reduce this. I changed things so that people could see the thumbnail today. It's not quite back to normal. Let's see, reset my workspace. That's the problem with moving things around. There we go, that should be good. We'll lock this again. Nah, thank you for the hydrate. And the street. It's a very slow unshrimpening. Still crazy how people live in those areas. I know they're gonna adapt, but damn, it's still crazy. I want to get a cup of water and see if it turned into snow. Wait, what? Really want to go to extremely cold places one day. You just experience minus 20 weather. Bruh. Minus 20? Yeah, it's pretty cold, but, you need, like, minus 40 for the water to do that, and you have to do it with boiling water. It basically flash freezes. We're talking like you're starting at minus 38 and your wind chill is up to minus 48. Oh, I mean like minus 40 or 50. Yes. Yes. Minus 20 is the average here. We get we get plus 36, and then we'll like get minus 22 to 28. Lowest you had was minus 11. Oh, that's like hoodie weather. So, yeah, Neff's a polar bear. He's a frost giant, like Psy. 17 is my comfort zone for summer and like fall. Like early fall. Anything over 20, I'm just like, it's too hot. So when we're hitting like, 36 and 42 in the summer and 46 like we had on Canada Day, fuck my life. It's the highest temperature I've ever experienced in my life, and it's only gonna get worse. 12 degrees. 12 degrees. If it's 12 degrees in December, I'm in a long sleeve, like thin long sleeve shirt. If it's 12 degrees in October, I'm in a hoodie comfortably. Maybe slightly uncomfortably, depending on whether it's sunny. If it's cloudy, I'm comfortable. If it's sunny, I am sweating to death, and I'll probably pull it off and go into t-shirt instead. And by t-shirt, I mean my light long sleeve, because that's what I wear all year round. I wear the same thing pretty much every day. Just different colors. Climate change kind of messed up the snow cycle here. Yeah, it's doing that here too. You'll see less weather events, but they will be more extreme when they happen. And that's how climate change works. When I was born, there was 30 centimeters of snow. It was October. Now we barely get 1 millimeter. 30 centimeters of snow in October? Do you live at a higher elevation? We've had visitors from Europe see Canadians in hoodies and sweatshirts and think, it's not that cold, and then they need a parka. Yeah. We had, this is really funny. My family always went camping in July when I was a kid. July and August. Before my mom couldn't do it anymore. What a parka? It's a winter coat. It's just a type of winter coat. And we had some Usonians come up, and they had all of their winter clothes with them, and they had their skis and snowboards and stuff. This is before snowboards were really popular, but they had skis, and it was July. And we're like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we thought there'd be snow. This is Canada. And we're like, it's July. And they're like, yeah, it's Canada. Everything's frozen. Where's the snow? And it was like 25 degrees. Yeah, you see people from like the hot Asian countries. I used to live in Kitchener-Waterloo, and a lot of the Asian countries go there for school because Waterloo is like one of the best math schools in Canada. Like they have the Perimeter Institute and shit where they have to have liaisons for the special students and staff there because they don't know how to speak to normal humans. So they have to have a translator basically because they're so neurodivergent, math oriented that they have to have translators. So you see these people from these really hot Asian countries, and it's like 19 degrees outside. Like I am sweating buckets by then. And they're wearing winter coats, like puffy winter coats, at the end of September, and you're like, bruh, you are not gonna like January. Where they're like, yeah, 40 degrees is our normal average temperature. 40 degrees with humidity and everything. But when it's cold, I walk around my winter jacket zipper open, not to look cool, because even if I have it closed, it's too hot. If I don't have one on, it's too cold. Well, like, even during the winter, like, I've stopped wearing winter coats because it's not cold enough anymore. And on the days when it's just, like, so cold that I need a winter coat, I simply don't go outside. Unless I absolutely must. But yeah, I used to see the Asian kids running around with winter coats on in like 19 degrees, and I'm just thinking like, man, wait till like minus 27 in January. Poor people. Poor guys. I'm so sorry. The Indians too. They... Meanwhile, it gets to like -5, and I'm standing there in like my windbreaker with a hoodie underneath and you know, my usual long sleeve t-shirt thing. And they're like frozen statues huddled in like layers. You know, they've got like 3 sweaters underneath there, and I'm just like opening my windbreaker. I wear a cotton hoodie under a fleece hoodie for winter. If it's really cold, I'll grab a scarf. Yeah. Usually a scarf for my Rwanda is all I generally need. In Ottawa, it's a bit colder than it was in Kitchener. I got used to Kitchener's temperatures. Like, southern Ontario's temperatures are a lot warmer because, well... yeah, you refuse to wear a scarf. You'll want one if you come to Canada. I have European friends keep asking me, they're like, where should I go when I visit Canada? And I'm like, well, it depends on which end of the country you're in, or which part of the country you're in. Ah! Like, Senko keeps asking me, he's like, what should I do? What's the public transit like? And I'm like, it depends on where you are. Because, like, if you're in one of the big cities, there will be public transit around the big city, but then there will be suburbia, which has virtually no transit. And then beyond that, it's wilderness. Until you get to the next major city, which is, like, 4 or 6 hours drive away. And then it's like, what kind of temperatures are you looking at? I'm like, it depends on where you are and when you are. %, humidity, -20°C, and a breeze, you'll want a scarf. You'll want more than a scarf for that one. I'm cold with the humidity. Will cut through every layer, no matter how many layers you have, right down to your bone. Yeah. It'll just strip your heat away. And the humidity will probably make you sweat under that, which will make you colder. Rankin Inlet in winter. Inlet makes it sound like someone that's really far north. I don't know where Rankin Inlet is, but it sounds pretty far north. Oh, it's in Nunavut. Okay, yeah. Slightly above Toronto. What, like a 5-hour flight? Because I know it's a 2-hour drive, a 2-hour flight to Timmins from Toronto. It's like a 5 or 7-hour flight. Just slightly. You drive 8 hours and you're not even across Ontario if you're going west from Ottawa. Yep. You're not even halfway across Ontario at 8 hours. All of France fits in Ontario 3 times with space left over. Yeah, if Russia gets any smaller, though, we'll be the largest country. Take that, America. Everything's bigger in Texas, except for your country. Eh. I'm feeling gremlinish. I have to figure out what I'm doing tomorrow on stream. Guys, what should we do tomorrow? Am I drawing people's marketable plushies again this year? I gotta see if my my mods still work too. What about Utiakivik in Alaska? Well, that's in Usona. You'll have to ask the Usonians. That's not our territory. For now. If America attacks us, it might become our territory. Yep. That's accurate. There's the wheeze even. See, the playful Canadian side is coming out. There's no doubt about it. Question. Answer. When does the sun set for you? Right now? Like, close to 9:30? Well, let me check. 8:47 right now here. And up where I want to build LARP Town, 9:18. Midwinter sunsets around 4:30. Yep. No doubt about it. So those are the official sunset times. But we don't lose darkness until like 9:30. Or we don't lose brightness until like 9:30. That's when it's dark. And even then it's still like, yeah, there's just a little bit of light. Well, I mean, if you look at the map... let's see... Go to Google Maps. Look at the parallel crossings. Yeah, we're about on the same uh, uh, latitude as northern Italy. Yeah, you're a little bit farther north. We're like 8 hours of night right now. Yeah, wait until the AMOC shuts down, and then you'll experience Canadian weather. The AMOC is the only thing stopping the UK and like Northern Europe from being like Nunavut right now. I'll be fine. Your civilization will probably catch up real fast in the updating buildings so that people don't die. You're about to feel an ice age again. Yeah. We have to figure out a way to stop the AMOC from shutting down, because otherwise it's going to kill hundreds of millions. Like, we think it's bad now. It's not. It's really not. They're looking at a 5-degree increase in ocean temperatures, which will kill the oceans, which will reduce oxygen levels, and we're looking at Mars. We will become Mars if we don't stop this soon. Yeah, greed keeps happening. What a topic the day before my birthday. But also does the same thing if we have it on our side. Yeah. Nothing else can stop almost anything coming from the north. Yeah. Meh. I should look at ordering my pizza today, because I have until tomorrow to order it, and tomorrow I'll be having sushi, so. Not saying I agree with how the Punisher, the end turned out. Oh, here we go. I've seen Kyle Hill's video on the math of terraforming Mars, when billionaires are like, we'll just nuke the ice caps, that'll work. Yeah, no, the math ain't mathin'. The math doesn't math for Mars. A delusional American said for America was the one who invented pizza? What the fuck? Then again, I knew someone who had a friend from Florida who thought that the Canadian-American border was just palm trees on one side and then, like, ice sheets and igloos on the other. Like, they legit thought we lived in igloos. Still disappointed in Canada, though? What for? I love pineapple on pizza. It's one of my favorite ingredients. I mean, God, the Japanese put shrimp on their pizza. People put anchovies on their pizza. Like, why would you do that? Pineapple on pizza is great. My 4 favorite ingredients. My favorite pizza is mushrooms, pineapple, bacon, and green olives. My second favorite pizza is mushrooms, green peppers, and bacon or pepperoni. Phantom Matteror. Matero? Matero? Phantom, hi, how you doing? First time chat. Hi. Pizza with crab and octopus is peak. That sounds actually kind of interesting. I'm not sure about the texture of the octopus, but I mean, a takoyaki pizza would definitely get me. I would try it. If somebody hasn't made a takoyaki pizza yet, I will be the first. The poor Italian is like, what are you doing? If it's fried calamari in the pizza, I give it a shot. Yeah, I'd also give that a shot. That sounds really good too. Boo, back just in time. Which one is the photo? Here's the other one. Necromancer, the one we were working on. I just couldn't look at it anymore today. You might disappear soon. Well, stream is about to end. So... and then I'll figure out what we're doing tomorrow. It's probably just going to be drawing people who show up as marketable plushies. Stay safe, Leopard. Expert salesman, they can sell anything to anyone except me. Yeah, there's something about the rich, they just think they're, like, God's gift to mankind. I hate that. No one's on again today. Nay. See not it is. The sky is turning black. Oh no. Well, that's it, my friends. Today we're off sailing to other waters. May you wash ashore in distant lands and find new adventure. Leopard, please be safe. Take care of yourself. I hope I'll see you tomorrow. If you come by, you might get drawn as a marketable plushie. Ah! Because it's my birthday. And that's what I do. Necromancer, thank you for the gifted sub. Phantom, it was nice to meet you. Feel free to hit the follow button. Tomorrow's birthday stream. I'll be old. Again, as always. Now, thanks for coming by. Thank you for the stretch. I'll get that after stream. But, y'all have a great day now. Stay cool. Stay safe. Necromancer, thank you for the gifted sub. I don't know if I said that or not. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And remember, I love you. Bye-bye.